Hi, today I'm going to be installing SFML bundle on my MacBook Air M4, and we can start by downloading SFML version 3.00. We need this version because it has the template we will be using. So download the ARM64. And then after, we would normally download the latest that is currently 3.02, but that one seems to have the incorrect binaries, so it doesn't work. But we can download a snapshot instead. So if you go to here and download this file right there, and when you've done so, we can start copying the files we need. So in your home directory, if you press Command Shift and Dot, you can see the hidden folders. We go to Library, Developer, XCODE, and if this folder doesn't exist, you can just create it, templates, and we open the tar file for 3.00, which contains the templates for SFML. Now we are done with this file right there, and next we copy the frameworks. So we go to this tar file, and inside it, library frameworks, and on our hard drive, go to top view, library frameworks, and we just move or copy the content here. And that's all we need to do. Now we can go to XCODE and create a new project. Now on the Mac OS here, you should find the templates at the bottom, and we choose SFML app. I just named this whatever, and frameworks, next, you just create the project. Now if we run this, we're gonna have a bunch of errors, and we can start by going to our project here. If you look at the errors, it's going to be complaining we need the C++ 17 dialect. So we go to our project, build settings, C++, sorry, and the C++ 17. Now those errors should disappear if we make a clean build folder and just recompile it. Now we go to our source code, because the example code has some errors here. We need to change the reference to a pointer here and here. And build failed, phase script execution, we don't need to use that script. So we go back to our project and targets, and then make sure you have all clicked in here, or else you're not going to see all the options. And we go to build phases, and we can just remove the run script phase. And now we try it again. It succeeded, but we don't have the file. No such files. We need to have the frameworks. So we go back to our build phases, link binary with libraries. We click the plus, we add other, add files, and then we go to our top view, library, frameworks, and then we just select all the SFML frameworks. And let's see if it works. No, because we need to copy the we start a new copy files phase, and then we change the destination to frameworks, and we can just drag and drop these ones into here. Now if we clean build folder, we should be able to get it working. Perfect. Now we still have some warnings we can take care of. So if we go back to project and build settings, we can search for the error here, building for 11.3. We can change this to 13 because that's what it wants. And we also have the header map. So we go to headers and we change always search user paths node. And I also like to remove use header maps because it seems to cause issues sometimes. If I have the same name on files, it seems to struggle, or it has in the past. And now we have the bundle identifier. So if we go to main here and show in Finder, we can add a folder called supporting files. And that seems to solve this one. So we take the bundle identifier, copy that, we go back to our build settings in target, and then we find the product bundle identifier and we just pass that in. Now another thing I like to do is just remove this resources folder, remove references, and then we just re-add it into our build phases, copy bundle resources. But before that, we go to our showing Finder, our main, and here we can create a folder called assets. And then we can copy all of our assets into that one. And now back to our build phases, copy bundle resources. We add other, then we go to our assets folder, select it and click open. Now it's important that you create folder references. And now it's going to copy the entire folder. So you don't have to add the files one by one. They will all get copied with whatever structure you decide to have For example, if I go into assets, I can just create another folder here, call it music, move my music files in there. Now, of course, you have to go back to the source, and where you reference the path, you need to add, because this is going to be at the root. This is gonna give you the root path, and then we created the assets folder, so I can just copy this and paste it wherever we load our assets. And since I made a folder for my music, I just add the music folder here. Now if we clean our build folder, one thing I also like to do is in schemes, edit scheme, just change it to release. It's a release anyways. Now we compile this, and it works. And you can go to product, show build folder in Finder, and products, release, and there's your app. You can click this one, it's going to start. I hope this video helped you, and thank you for watching. Bye.